Okay, today's video is about Alien Romulus. Massive spoiler alert: if you've never seen Alien or Alien Romulus, do not watch the video. Viewer discretion is advised. So basically the story starts the main character is like, fuck, I hate this planet, this communist utopia where we just mine forever and the company never lets us leave. So her and her friends get together and it's like, hey, there's a spaceship that they haven't recognized yet and is about to wreck into some asteroids. Let's go hijack that thing and take off to your home planet. And this girl has an android as a brother that her father programmed to protect her. And they make their way up to the ship. And there's this dude out of the group that doesn't like androids because they killed his mom. So he's always pestering the synthetic person, they call it. And they run into some little bit of trouble when they realize he can't go through all of the doors, he doesn't have access to them. So they find a chip from a different synthetic robot and implant it into her brother / synthetic brother. And he learns the mission of the company and the ship. So he's focused on the mission instead of protecting his sister, and it leads into a whole bunch of situations where the xenomorphs gets unleashed, and everyone is so dumb, and their survival instinct is so low. They're like, hey, instead of living, it's all to protect each other. They just go around the ship and it's like, we need to get through this door, we need to get through this door. And the dumbest thing happens every time to kill one of them. And they just make through the corridors and then get picked off one by one until 2 people are left and they actually get to escape in the escape pod. But one of them obviously has a chest burster in her, and it chest bursts and it comes out to be like this human xenomorph, which has been done before, but this time it looks a little different and it's like cooler looking, it's a little bit gnarlier looking. That's the summary of the plot. So, for this part, it's effects and kills. I thought, set design wise, they captured the essence of the original Alien movies to an extent. Like, I saw some mimicking of the technology used on the first 2 movies. Just like similarities. When it came to kills, they didn't spare much expense on having good effects displaying the kills, although some of them are very dark and off screen most of the time, so you don't really tell what's happening, but your mind works for you. So if somebody gets impaled by a xenomorph tail and they get rose up in the ceiling, you know what's happening, even though it's like covered in darkness. It's an Alien movie for sure. Has pretty much not reinvented the wheel so much from the first 2 Alien movies with Ripley in them. Not to say it's a bad thing, they replicate the energy really good. What's standing out to me as being different is how they utilize the anti-gravity field in the spaceship. I don't think we've had an alien movie do that before, and used it as an obstacle. You know, that was something different. And in this movie, it seems like the blood acid seems to play a bigger role in it than other movies. I feel like some movies just straight up forget about it until they want to kill somebody on purpose. Because in this movie, you actually see people melt to fucking death from the acid, and actually have it as an obstacle to deal with throughout the movie. Now, the cons of this movie is it's an alien movie. None of the characters are smart, even a little bit. Most of the people in this movie die immediately, themselves just running into danger every time they hear something. They're like, oh, what's that? Better run towards it. Like, oh, that might be a friend. Run towards it. That's pretty much how every one of them gets killed. It's hilarious how dumb these characters are. They're just so averse to leaving somebody behind, or suspecting that they're already infected and maybe you should give them a mercy killing, that they just let the shit happen. My favorite character of the alien Romulus is the android. Even though he's totally not on their side for over half of the movie, he at least seems like the only person with a fucking brain. I like him. He goes from a character arc of being the one bullied all the fucking time to the Chad to back to a fucking dummy again. But yeah, overall, it's a good film. I don't have no problems with it. It is very good for a modern horror movie, and it makes the xenomorphs kind of scary again. Usually it's very goofy to see a xenomorph, and very, like, you can tell it's like fake, but I feel like they made the xenomorphs fucking cool in this movie. Even the human xenomorph, even though it's kind of goofy and already done before, they did it well enough to make it kind of spooky, like, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do, you know? But they made a good movie. I would give it a fair, 7 out of 10. Well, if you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing to the Bad Lad channel. And I'll have links below to the music used and the Warhammer 40k footage in the background. So check that out in the description. As always, signing out.